Hey guys, Travis at Rob Family Farm here. It's been a while. I don't know how good you're gonna be able to hear me, but it's the first time I've been in my bees. I'm probably 2-3 weeks late getting in them this spring. As of right now, I think I got 3 hives left out of the winter. So we're gonna get in them. I'm gonna get get them unwrapped. First of all, get their winter coats off of them. Go ahead and pull all of my sugar feeders for now. Just kind of give an assessment of where we're at. A lot of these here in the next couple weeks I'm going to change out. These are older boxes. As you can see, I got some tape on this one covering up some holes. This one's got a little hole right here they're trying to get into, but here in a couple weeks after they get established, spring, they start doing some flows and stuff like that. I'm going to take some cleaned up boxes I got. They're in good shape, they don't have no holes, they're solid. I'm going to bring them up here and I'm going to transfer everything into those boxes. And I'm just going to get rid of these, put them in my scrap pile. I can use them for cutting down, making feeder rims for the top or whatever I need. So I'll be getting them out of here. I'm going to go to speeding 2-to-1 sugar water. In the winter, we put these on there and they call them sugar bricks. Put sugar in here and you wet it and it's just a hard brick. So that's what we put on in the winter to feed with. And I'll actually take the sugar that's in those, put it in my first sugar water bucket to go ahead and get rid of it. That way it don't go to waste. I was going to do a review of the Hive Life Conference. Hadn't sat down to do that yet. But one of the things I did get from Bees Needs, if y'all can see that, just a little pouch that hangs right here. It's got a place to put like your marker for marking your queens, and it's magnetic to put your hive tool on. I like it. And I also got a new little J-hook hive tool from Hilco. I don't know if y'all can see that. So it's not zooming in, but y'all get it. So we're gonna go in this hive. A little bit of smoke. Get the queen on the bottom, on the underside. Check them out. See what kind of laying pattern they got this early, the queen does. That ain't got nothing on it. Hive beetle. So I've already did the first hive here to my right. Looked good, laying pattern looked good, population looked decent. I mean, I'm just happy there's bees in it. So, got some hive beetles. And once I bring out those new boxes I was just telling y'all about and swapping these bottoms, they will have beetle blasters or beetle barns in the bottoms of them, because I ain't trying to mess with the hive beetles this year. Trying to stay on top of them. Really nothing on this one other than hive beetles and a few bees. Decent population down in here, for me anyway. As y'all know, I'm not a experienced beekeeper. I'm still learning. Well, we're all still learning, even the experienced ones, but still consider myself an amateur. I am going to put a beetle blaster in this one. Lots of bee bread in that one. Lots of syrup. Decent pattern to me. So you can see the queen on here. Don't see her on that one. And this one is a shorter frame, I can see that, so I'll have to, when I clean it out, add a frame. Decent laying pattern, got some bees being born right there. Hatching out. Trying to get in the habit of seeing the queen. Just spotting her. So I always try to look pretty decent. Got a little bit of drone brood being put down right here. There's one. There's one. Just a little here and there, not a whole lot of drone right now. Just get some workers in there. Oh, bees are already swarming. Lots of brood. A good pattern, I think. Still no queen. It's getting pretty good last year of finding her, spotting them. So, let's see. I didn't see it in the first one. I seen eggs, larvae, all that good stuff. So another queen in it. And I don't think population in that number one hive was near enough for them to start swarming yet. So some larvae in here, 2-3 day old larvae. 1 day old larvae here. Maybe she'll be on this one. I'd like to see her. This one's about slap full of nectar and bee bread. I doubt she'd be on this one, so must have missed her on them other ones. But Looks good. He's back in, and I'm actually going to run to the house and grab 2 beetle blasters, some oil, put in there because there's too many hive beetles. Be right back. Right at the fall last year, a guy had to get out of it because he was moving into a neighborhood that wouldn't allow it, beekeeping. So he was selling 2 of his hives that were established, he said. So I went over, looked at him. He just bought everything from the same guy I had started out of, Barnyard Bees, up in northwest Georgia. But he just bought everything, and it all looked brand new. And I got some of this beetle trap oil. Never used it. I always used just cooking oil. He had like 2 different kinds of beetle blasters. I hate filling these inside the hive. Feeling about half full there. Slide it in between the frames here. The next thing I'm going to do is I've got 1 pollen patty I got from the preacher. He got a whole case of them up at the Hive Life conference. So I'm splitting this. Just putting a little bit to see how quick they take it, and then I'll decide if I'm going to put more after that. Work them down a little bit so I can put this right there on top of that cluster. Right there. And then these inner covers, one side's real shallow and the other side is deeper, so when I got a pollen patty I can put the deeper side down and it don't smush it so bad. Put that on there. Let them get to work. Then, look at this one. Well, this one's bad. I left out 2 frames, I think, at least 2. You can see what they did. Drew comb right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I left 3 frames out. So when I swap this one, this will be another one because it's got that hole right there. So when I swap it over to the new box, I'll be losing all that comb there. Oh, I mean, nothing bad, but nothing there. The whole cluster is pretty much on this left side here. That's some capped honey, I guess, that they had stored up or something. Or they've already capped it. It ain't fresh. It's got to be from last fall. They didn't need it all. Which would be why they didn't touch the sugar feeder a whole lot. I'll tell you, this one's full of something. Nectar. Lots of nectar. Whew, that frame don't want to come out. Here it comes. There's clean on that one. Yeah, there she is. I was worried I lost her, but she's right. Right there. Right there. All right. Got a brood pattern in there. This next frame, the last frame in here, has got a lot of brood on it, so looking good in that one. Worried about a beetle blaster on this one yet. I didn't see a whole lot of hive beetles. There's 3 or 4, but I'm gonna put this right there. Give them something to eat on. This one, I think, is dead. Cluster. That's the one I already thought was dead. You can bring it right there if you want. You can bring it right here if you want.
You hear a creature go by?
Yeah. This is one of those hives that I bought in the fall from that guy. He had 2 inner covers on it. And I will remove one of those. I just didn't mess with them in the winter. I didn't want to split them up or anything. Whatever heat they had in there, I wanted to leave. This one has that inner cover notched out in the front of it here, so I'm gonna leave it on here. They've been using it pretty good. Should have cleaned it there. home. Back down there. Dude, every one of these springs has got this little doohickey at the bottom. Lots of bee bread. Brood pattern. Good little brood pattern on that one. Good. Lots of bee bread nectar. This one looks good. Pollen pattern. air cover on there. Alright, so we got we've got 4 decent hives. So we will, I'll give them a week. They're blowing up pretty good right now, everybody's saying. Preacher caught a swarm today, like I said. So I'm gonna get all this stuff, everything I took off, cleaned up. So I got these 2 hives here. I'm gonna stand the boxes up and leave the frames here because they're decent combs, so when I add something, I can just put that on there. It ain't gonna hurt it to stand up here. They're empty, but I'm gonna take the bottom board, inner covers, and lids, cover right here, and then all of this, and go put it down there in my bee shack for now. And it's getting dark already. I knew it was gonna be, I didn't get home until probably 5:30. So I knew it was gonna be cutting it close getting this done today, but I had to do it before I had something swarming. But it looks like population wise, we're in good shape on these. I'm just happy I got 4 out of winter. We did do the oxalic acid treatment. I bought a vaporizer. I think it's called maybe a ProVap. It's not the $400 one. It's the one that, I don't know, when I do some reviews talking about, thinking about doing queen rearing, I'll show y'all the ProVap. Maybe here in a couple days I'll do a review on that, maybe Saturday. Don't have a whole lot planned. Finally got a Saturday off. I can get some stuff. I got a few more bee things I need to get cleaned up down in the barn down here. A few more frames I got, or boxes I got left to clean up from that mess that y'all have seen me cleaning up for a year now. But then I've got a deep freezer full of good comb from last year after we extracted. So I've got all that ready. Got plenty of boxes stacked up with the wax moth crystals in it, ready for that. My goal is this year, starting with 4 this spring, my goal is 10. If I can hit winter with 10 strong hives, I'd like to try to do double deeps. We'll just see how quick they build up, how good the weather does for us. So as soon as they start building population, I'm probably going to throw double deeps on 2 of these at least. Probably this one, the last one I went in, and that first one. Probably do double deeps on those here in, I'm hoping 2-3 weeks. And then the other 2, these 2 smaller boxes right here, right there and right there. As of right now, the plans change. Beekeeping is a day-to-day thing, but probably going to try to split them and may use those as a sale starter finisher, combining most of the bees into one box long enough to start a sale, the queen cells, and finish them. I got to do some more research. I'm not real sure on what I'm going to do. It's very intimidating. Everybody says just do it, so I want to try it this year. The stuff I bought, I got probably $35-40 in. If I can get 1 queen out of it, it's paid for itself. So I'm going to try it. Preacher's going to try it. But I've ordered 5 Buckfast queens because I knew we were going to be pretty low in hive numbers coming out. So when I do splits, I'll have queens just to drop them in. I got some JZ nuke boxes down there that y'all have seen in the bee shed that I can do some splits into, let them get started, and then drop them into one of these 10 framers, hopefully, and get them built up. If I don't get a whole lot of honey off of them, like I said, as long as I can go into winter with 10 strong hives, I'll be happy. We're going to be better this year. Me and the preacher, kind of a tag team deal. We bounce each other. We live 2 miles apart, so bounce ideas off each other, and we're both learning together. We both started about the same time. But if I can get 10 hives in the winter, we're going to do better about our mite treatments. I did mine late last year, and I think that's where a lot of my loss came from. But a lot of people are saying they got a loss from the cold snap. It got warm, bees started brooding up a little bit, and then a cold snap, and they couldn't stay warm. So that's where a lot of people are saying they think was a loss this year. I don't know. So I'm gonna get the stuff I've been rambling on. I'm gonna get the stuff cleaned up maybe Saturday. We'll do a little touch basis on where the farm's at and some other goals we got this year. Again, thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe, share, follow us on Facebook. Rob Family Farm. We got a couple t-shirts out there. If y'all want anything, hit us up and we'll order y'all something. Thank y'all again for watching.